Hi there, care to join us for a Stravaiging? Today, Loki and I are in the village of New Galloway, and we're going to be starting in New Galloway Park, which is just opposite the Catstrand, which is a cafe and arts centre in New Galloway. And we are going to be going down to Carsons Knowe and just doing a loop down round by the on the home of New Galloway. And we're going to cut through the park. You can just start down at the car park down there, which I'll point out when we get down there. And Loki and I are going to have to take a slightly circuitous route to get there. There is a shortcut over in the corner over there where there's a stile, but it's not the type that we can get over. A couple of ways to get to it: through this wee section there, through the community garden, or round the back of the War Memorial. If you've watched part 4 of my RI to New Galloway Core Path 21 walk, we actually walked back. Final section of the walk was through this bit. I'm walking by the New Galloway World War I and World War II Memorial. Gonna head down this way into Carsons now. So the style I've been mentioning is just up there. So there is information boards, one standing alone and 3 just underneath the shelter over there. Okay, so we are actually going through Carsons Knowe now. And this is the point where the route connects to itself, closes a loop. We're going to be going through here, and when we come back we'll be returning through there.
This is a shortened version of the walk. Full walk will be available on Friday, and if this is after Friday, then it will be linked in the top corner about now and available in the description.
A lot of seed fluff around here. So if you hear Loki sneezing, you know he's probably put his nose in some of that. Round here is part of the RSPB Reserve. I'll actually stick a photo of this board up. A few years ago, basically this area was intentionally flooded. Basically we're just going to be walking around the edge of this bit. Just through there you might be able to make out a pair of swans. I think that's their nesting area, so I'm not going to make any attempts to get any closer. After Storm Arwen a couple of months ago, much of this area was flooded and left the birds looking very confused because they were sitting in puddles in the middle of the field, including swans and ducks and geese. Just looking back to New Galloway. So I'm just looking over there, that's the Mulloch Hill over there. And the big one behind it is probably Ben Inner. Oh yes, Ben Inner, and of course Cairnsmore Carrsfairn just peeking up above. So Cairnsmore Carrsfairn is the one on the left, Ben Inner is the one in the middle. and then
Moorbrock Hill. And here is an even more zoomed in shot of the other three.
down here is the entrance to the walk into the RSPB Reserve. As I say, I'm not going to record that today. I would recommend, if you're going through there, wear something that covers your legs and not shorts. I went through there a few days ago. My legs were a bit scratched afterwards. Can't really see it just now, but Kenmure Castle's over in that direction. A lot easier to make out in the winter months. Should also point out, these fields are used by livestock at times, so obviously be aware, and as always keep the Scottish Outdoor Access Code in mind. And just peeking out of the top there, you should be able to see Black Craig, Cairnsmore of Dee. Then we've got Cairn Edward Hill, and then Bennin, yet another Bennin. So Bennin basically roughly translates to little hill, little mountain, hence there being so many of them in the area. So at this point, this is where we go back up to Carsons Knowe.
In the full version of the walk, we take a wander down and back to the signpost for the other path into New Galloway. Instead, we're going to jump to Loki, about to take a dip just near where we are now.
He really does love the water. Although he doesn't like getting out of his depth unless he's following me across it.
Had a wee chat with the couple we just saw. They are regular visitors from Yorkshire and really enjoy exploring this area.
Watch your footing along here, some of these boards seem a bit sketchy. So we're now just coming into the back of Carsons Knowe. And look, he's ready to go and do the loop again. Yeah, and that's where we went down. We're back at the car park. What we'll do is we'll quickly just go back up into one of the alternative routes back up into the village. And that's the East Port. It takes you up to the High Street, Main Street. And this is Wiley's Brae. And the community shop if you need to get some supplies while you're here. And here we have Catstrand,
Which used to be the local school.
and we made it back to the start. Thanks for joining us on this Stravaiging, and hope you can join us again for another one in the future. Sláinte.